Ladies and gentlemen, we are live here from what is usually known as Madness Mondays, but tonight we're going to come with a special name, as I am your host, the ruler of all hosts, Donovan Cartwright, joined alongside by the Muppet, the puppet, the one you know as My Drake, yeah. And tonight, we do not have the historian, but a very special returning co-host. We have the mother beeping monster, Chris Clarkson. How y'all doing tonight? Hi, James. Oh, fuck. We have... How you doing, James? Alright, so we have everything we need. So we are set. So why waste time when we can dive right on in? But before that, we should play a song. We don't have a song. We're just going to dive right in. Because that's what we do here. We dive right on in. So, for those of you listening, we're going to start off with Chris. You want to start this off, or shall Emai?
Go ahead, start.
Emai.
Yeah, alright. So, Raw, he said go ahead and start, so I was just waiting until he started. So, Raw started off with Vince McMahon coming out of his limo. And then he see a few spots. As soon as he was walking, he seen a few spots on his limo. He told the driver to clean it off.
Yeah, you clean that spot. Yeah, I got a jack off there. Yeah.
And then after that, the driver cleaned the spots off, and then he said, "Oh, wait, there's one more." I thought he was about to fire him for a minute. I was like, "Uh-oh, driver, you about to get your job fired."
You might have to join the club. Yeah.
Nah. He better not bring back that club. And so after all that, Braun Strowman came out and was hyping up his match with Brock Lesnar, and then Baron Corbin came out and riled up Strowman, and that proceeded Strowman to
Hey, Danny.
That preceded Corbin to chase. No, that preceded Strowman to chase Corbin. And while he was chasing Corbin, Strowman ran into the Singh brothers and asked, "Where is he? Where is he?" The Singh brothers was giving him misdirections, and Braun Strowman was going about his way. Then they cut to Elias, and Elias was singing a song, and he said, "Oh, I know where Baron Corbin went. This I know." Then Braun Strowman came back. He said, "Yes, I know where Baron Corbin went. He's right there in that limo." That was funny. I was cracking up.
That was some Attitude Era shit right there. I'm not even lying, because I've been watching.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's kind of like that time that this car almost hits Vince McMahon when he's getting out of his limo. And he's sitting there out of the sunroof yelling. The window comes down, and then Vince McMahon gets this fuck face. And it's Stone Cold looking pissed off. That's what that reminded me of, that whole segment.
That segment did remind
Yo,
me
hey,
of
Jamie.
the
Hey,
Attitude
Karen.
Era. I'm not even gonna lie.
What up, Jamie?
Not much, Jamie. It's good to see you.
That Elias part was very funny. I was laughing.
So, Chris, do you still walk with Elias?
Hell no.
Man, screw you. He's still one of the best promo workers they've got on Raw.
I ain't about to lie about that. Well, he's one of the best, but not the all-time best.
Tonight we have a little bit different hosts. They're on Fridays now, Jamie, covering Impact.
Yeah.
Usually I had the show on Mondays, so I've been gone on hiatus for a while, but I'm finally back.
Hey, Chris, do you remember Matthew Audet or Adam Mayhem?
No, I do. You can't say as I do.
They used to call in.
Yeah, I can't say as I do.
Adam Mayhem is a actual independent wrestler. Matthew Audet has actually been a big part of our show, trying to help us get started on some actual wrestling for Resolution.
Yeah.
More details later this year when I actually know some. Just wanted to bring that up. Shout out to Jamie though. He's always giving good input to the show, man. He might troll the host, but good feedback always.
Uh-oh. I gotta be on my best behavior then and try to outrank Karen. It looks like that's one of Karen's fans.
Huh?
He's everybody's friend. He pretty much sits on every show. Pretty much. Especially on Thursdays. Shout out to Jamie.
So tonight we have a new Intercontinental Champion and we have a new #1 contender for the University Championship. And we got to see the women's tag team titles.
But let's do it in order because it's more organized. Let's not insult their intelligence. We're not Hulu. We don't cut parts of Raw out.
No, I was just giving a brief so people can hear my voice. I got a sexy voice. Unlike you, I have a sexy voice.
Well, I do declare, I believe I have a very lovely voice.
I'll be your Huckleberry.
You can call me Liz. Yeah, Sleepy Eyes.
Go ahead, Eli. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, that was fine. Go ahead, get all y'all laughters out because I'm telling you, that Elias part was very funny.
Oh no, I didn't say it was funny. It was hilarious as hell.
Yeah, but Imai, continue with the story.
I just don't walk with Elias.
He walks with Elias. Let the man stop lying to you. He loves Elias. Elias is the.
I gotta hear your Bill Clinton. Jamie says you can do a Bill Clinton. Let me hear you, Bill Clinton. You got a sexy voice. You can do Bill Clinton.
I swear I did not misdirect Mr. Braun Strowman tonight. I was just misdirecting all the men away from the ladies' locker room so I could show them what Slick Willie's all about. All right.
All right.
You gonna learn today.
Come on,
I'm the fool.
Come on, Imai, and head down to the basement.
Nah, I'm good.
I'll show you my popsicles.
Nah, too old for popsicles. Go away.
He wants to join the club, yeah?
Nah, I ain't joining the club either, Vince.
You're fired.
Oh, that's good. I'll go back to working at McDonald's.
You're making better money there anyway, weren't you?
Imai Drake.
Man.
Oh, don't worry, Chris. This show's used to trolling, so,
Man.
It's alright. It's alright. So, Imai, continue with the story of what was going on, man.
Alright. So, back to the story. After all that happened, Braun Strowman proceeded his way to the limo. He tried to open the door, but Corbin was holding the door. He told Corbin to come out, and then he was looking for something to bust the window with. Then he found a lead pipe, bust the window. Corbin screamed, and then while Corbin was still holding the door, Braun Strowman broke off the door, and then Corbin went out the other way, and then Strowman said, "Yeah, you better run." And then Strowman turned around, and Vince McMahon was right there making faces and getting angry, and then we cut to commercial.
During
What'd you do to my car?
No, during commercial, it was like,
What'd you do to my damn car? What do you think you are? I'm Braun Strowman. I give people these hands while I give people this ass.
So, yeah. then we cut back after the commercial. We back to it, and Vince McMahon still looking at his car and making faces like.
Yeah, that did kind of remind me of that Goldberg side. It kind of did remind me of the Goldberg, except without the broken hand.
Right.
Oh, that when Goldberg put his hand through the window?
Yes, because it didn't break like it was supposed to, so he busted the rear window.
And then he said, "Oh, you're just a record, aren't you? All right. So you're gonna have to pay for all this. This is gonna cost you $100,000."
I don't have to pay for shit. I'm Braun Strowman.
And then Braun Strowman said, "This crap that doesn't even cost $100,000. Come on now." And then Vince was like, "Okay, I'll do you this better. You are stripped from your opportunity at the Royal Rumble."
Yeah, you're not getting your title shot. Yeah.
And then Strowman proceeded to flip the car over. Now, this was done because Braun Strowman is not cleared. It's not going to be cleared come to Royal Rumble. So this was done.
He's still in therapy.
Yeah, after Alexa Bliss, after what happened with
shoulder, his elbow.
After what happened with Alexa Bliss when she came back too early, they're kind of cracking down on the injury thing a lot more, which is not bad. It's good. But on the other hand, look how long it took them to actually allow Daniel Bryan to get back in the ring. So it's kind of like one of those, well, we do it here, but we don't do it here. So it kind of makes their return policies and clearance and their medical stuff kind of seem spotty. This is a good way to kind of say, hey, we're going to try to make it a safer environment. We want to make sure that people aren't coming back too soon.
Yeah, because look at Paige. Look at like you said, look at not Alicia Fox,
Alexa Bliss.
We gotta have good. We gotta have you medically cleared. Yeah, we gotta prevent injuries. We gotta make more money off of you. Yeah.
Well, that's what their job is.
95% off on all Neville and Chris Jericho merchandise. Yeah.
Really though, they put the lowest discount on the Chris Jericho merch.
And Neville.
Yep. And Neville. What, that shirt? Okay. Who wants to buy that King of the Cruiserweight shirt? That Neville was like, what atrocity is this?
Paige is Jamie said Paige is free for more Pornhub.
Oh yeah, I've seen all hers.
Hey, we gonna leave her alone because.
Well, you know what?
She almost committed suicide.
You know what?
Committed suicide.
Brad Maddox won't leave her alone. Xavier Woods, that random Mexican dude. Alberto del.
I seen the videos.
Alberto del Diario.
Hey, he might go to AEW.
Oh God, please no.
Who? Alberto Del Rio?
Yeah. He might sign with them.
Hey, John.
Shoot. AEW wants Goldberg.
Austin Aries had $5 shirts on WWE Shop. Austin Aries isn't worth $5.
I think WWE will probably bring Austin Aries back if it comes to that point.
I hope not. I hope so. Let them have him. He can be their backstage headache.
Yeah, I mean, right here it says Alberto El Patron is an 8-time world champion, having won the CMLL World Heavyweight title, the WWE World title 4 times, the AAA Mega Championship, and the GFW Global title, and the TNA World Heavyweight title. He's also a 2-time United States champion in WWE. He could be a solid main event player and a big signing for AEW if they choose to sign him, which I have to agree. That man can wrestle.
Alberto del Xlax.
I mean, nobody say Alberto can wrestle. I mean, Alberto is a great wrestler.
No, I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about Donovan there.
Yeah.
I never said he couldn't wrestle. I just can't.
Bringing him back.
But He's a garbage person. He's a good wrestler, but he's a garbage person. You know, bad personalities ruined good wrestling careers. Look at Dynamite Kid.
Alberto Del XX.
R.I.P. to Dynamite Kid.
You gotta love our fans, man. We ain't even got the crazy ones, which we may not get them tonight.
Man.
I know, because all he shared is 2 places.
Ugh. I can't share while I'm hosting.
Drop the Patron.
So, man.
Alberto del DWI.
Alright, so go ahead, Ime.
Alright, so next we have Sasha Banks and Ronda Rousey versus Nia Jax and Tamina.
Ugh.
That was... God. I mean, they have to do a boring segment, I guess.
Come on, Chris. You know you want Nia Jax to come sit on your face.
I don't mind that. I don't mind that. I like big girls.
Yeah.
I like big girls. Thick girls.
Yeah.
She's thick. She could give you a stink face you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Right.
Just keep the mic.
Yeah, they did that to build up the Ronda Rousey versus Sasha Banks, and then
Boner.
Sasha threw up the 4 just to let Ronda know that she's part of the 4 horsewomen of WWE to build the story of the 4 horsewomen of WWE versus the 4 horsewomen of the MMA, because that is still scheduled to happen.
JP said that Anthony wants Tamina to shit on his face.
Anthony, go to the corner now.
Just go.
Oh no, Karen, Ronda ain't gonna lose to Sasha.
Man.
If we do see a loss, it would probably be Becky Lynch.
Ronda loses to Sasha. Ronda loses to Sasha, not.
She's gonna have to suck it up. I mean, you can't go undefeated. I mean, she's not the Goldberg of the women's division.
Yeah, that was Asuka, and you saw how they handled that.
Asuka.
And you saw how they handled that.
Yeah.
I mean, we all know Bianca Belair is not going to be undefeated.
And Anthony cannot keep reminding us after that.
He's still going to say it. Anthony's a troll. You'll realize that. She was still undefeated. Eat defeat. Where's Gail Kim when you need her?
Eat defeat. Like, really? That's what they called it? And in fact, like, eat defeat? Like, I thought they were saying eat defeat.
Well, I mean, it was a good double entendre. Like, really? It was a double entendre. It worked.
Like, yeah, it did, but I was confused for a minute.
Nikki Bella or Nikki Cross, Karen?
Man, everybody. But yeah, that went down, and then Ronda started chasing after Sasha. And did we go to break? Yeah, I think we did go to break, and then when we came back from break, Sasha and Ronda was about to fight, and Becky and Natalya got in the middle of it, and Ronda went her way, and Sasha went the other way. Then Becky and Natalya was like, Natalya started blaming everything on Sasha, and then Bayley was like, hey, no, what you mean? And then all of a sudden, the Riot Squad appeared.
Let's start a riot. A riot.
Who don't remember that song from the old WWE game? I think that was SmackDown vs. Raw 2007.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What
and
it means.
I guess they set up the match right there with a mystery partner of their choosing.
My mystery partner is gonna be the motherfucking monster. He's gonna just come in and eat all of you. Just eat you. Not he fights you, he's just gonna eat you.
I'm a 3-time undefeated world champion.
Well, in WVPW, you're a former Facebook and Twitch champion. I will say you.
I know. Then you stripped my title away from me.
Right.
You had an injury. You were injured by Leviathan.
So you had to be stripped of the title.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm undefeated there too. Just like I feel for Finn Balor. He's an undefeated Universal Champion also.
Right.
He's the only undefeated Universal Champion to ever hold that belt.
Exactly.
He never lost it. He was stripped of it. Then again, Daniel Bryan's an undefeated, undisputed champion.
He didn't lose it. He was stripped.
Yeah, but Daniel Bryan's an undefeated, undisputed champion.
Daniel Bryan held the undisputed title?
Yeah, he held the world title and the WWE title. That's technically the undisputed title.
Oh, yeah.
Technically, the SmackDown belt is the undisputed belt because it was merged with the world title.
Well, I'm hearing apparently they're going to be switching. They're going to be switching the design for the title as well.
Which one?
Again?
Yeah.
Which one?
The men's titles is getting an upgrade so they can have their own title plates like everybody else. The men's tag team titles is getting an upgrade because the women's tag team titles which we'll get into later, will have the side plate slot. So basically, all their titles are going to have side plates.
As long as their titles don't look like recolored version of the other brands, I'm good. So I really hate those recolored brand titles.
Right.
So UK and NXT UK has some great title designs.
Yes, they do. I'll give them that.
Hey, I tell you what, that pay-per-view, what was it, Saturday?
Yeah, it was Saturday.
Yeah,
hiding in the
I
corner
tell you
somewhere.
what, that was something right there. I was really impressed with it.
Man, who expect, they blew all the expectations out the water. Finn Balor showed up, then all of a sudden at the end, Walter showed up. That's going to be a good one.
We all expected Walter to show up, though. Which, by the way, Imai, you're still prediction king because everybody tied with you at 4.
Dang, why everybody tying with me?
Well, except Anthony. He only got 3 right. No, everybody had 5 right, except Anthony. He had 4 right. So you know what the title rule is? If it's a draw, you retain by default.
Right. Just like in wrestling. Well, I don't even know because they got rid of the automatic rematch. So even though what happened, there was a title change tonight, which we'll get into in a minute. There was a title change. They threw out the automatic rematches rule.
They'll still have rematches here and there.
Yeah, but you got to work for it. You don't just get the automatic rematch no more. You got to go against somebody, and then they'll make a number 1 contenders match.
I'm the number 1 contender.
Yeah.
Okay, I knew that question was coming. So, Chris.
What?
You know you're going to be on the Madness brand in WVPW. Are you going to be looking to go after Leviathan since he injured you and said he's the new motherfucking monster?
Oh, hell yeah! I ain't nobody going to injure me and I get my title stripped and expect and take my namesake. Let me tell you something, brother.
Watch they include Hulk Hogan and WWE 2K20.
Let me tell you something, brother. Let me tell you something, brother. I politicked a lot to get in that game, brother. I'm going to have 16 attires, brother. We're going to have all my NWO, brother.
Do I have to kiss Vince?
I'm going to have my Immortal attire, brother, and my 80s attire, brother.
No. Leave Immortal out of this.
Brother, I'm Hulk Hogan. I get what I want, brother.
Okay, brother.
Dun, 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 dun.
When it comes crashing down any politics, he is a real American. Politicking to get in the WrestleMania main event again. Hey, Chris, you remember that year that I think it was Bret Hart that got screwed and Yokozuna won, and then here comes Hogan with an instant title shot?
I believe that was 96, was it not? 96 or 97?
No,
The Montreal Screwdriver.
no,
Yeah.
that was when Yokozuna beat Bret for the title.
Oh, you're talking about WrestleMania 9.
Yeah, that was like early '90s, dude.
Yeah, that was 93.
Yeah, Hogan came out to help Bret and ended up getting a title shot. Good way to bury Yokozuna.
And then Mr. Fuji complained saying that wasn't a sanctioned match. So he's technically not the champion. I remember that.
Right.
That was some bullshit as well.
Yeah, because that WrestleMania 9 was held in my hometown of Las Vegas.
When are you going
My
back?
favorite WrestleMania because it's held in my hometown.
When are you going back to Vegas, Chris?
Hopefully soon.
To visit or to stay?
I'll probably visit. I'm probably stuck here in Missouri for a while.
Why are you in misery, man? Why are you miserable?
What? What is this? An interview show?
Yes, we're in. It's called Monster Mandate. Hey, we're here to talk about Raw, but why can't we talk about the Monster too?
Right.
Oh. No, my daughters are here in Missouri, so I want to be closer to them. That's why I came here in Missouri.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. And for those of you that have been listening, for those of y'all that have been listening since our Blog Talk days, you already know who Chris is. He will be taking over the show. That's a given.
Yeah, I take over shows.
Just make sure Triple H don't get a hold of him.
No, Chris doesn't. Triple H used a sledgehammer. Chris uses an actual shovel. It's a burial of young talent. Even a man with 3 H's for a name can be proud of. Yes. That was great. That's never.
Hey, did you ever tell the story about you and Judy? What you do when you're coming? When you guys have sex, you're coming. Oh yes.
Yeah, I never.
All right.
I never. I did the pallbearer. Oh yes. You'll never get pounded like my Undertaker. Chris, can you smell what The Rock is shitting?
All the time when I see his movies.
Joey Ryan's biggest fan, Mitt.
Speaking of
yes,
his
Bagwell.
movies,
Hi, Mitt.
Man.
Yes.
He's got a new movie coming out, I think this summer.
Yeah, Hobbs and Shaw.
Yeah. Fast and Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw.
Yeah, him and Tyrese had was going back and forth about that. Talking about Rock is leaving the franchise. No, he's just doing a spinoff. He wants to do a spinoff to the freaking so everybody can follow the storyline of Shaw and Hobbs in their own movie.
Mostly it's just him. It's mostly to get people to shut up about how he's riding Vin Diesel and Paul Walker's coattails.
How the hell do you pronounce his name?
Who?
What,
Did I
Vin
pronounce
Diesel?
his name? No. Mitten?
Mitt.
Mitten Patel?
We just call him Mitt.
All right.
Yeah,
Mitt.
we just
Mitt
call
says,
him Mitt.
Sup. He says sup, Donovan.
Hey, Mitt. You know we're doing a show. Okay, but enough. We'll get back to the fans. I know we love y'all. But we need to get back to covering this big behemoth of a Raw because we got 3 hours to cover.
Well,
Even though we could technically run it down in 20 minutes.
Oh,
right.
We got to run down less than that if we really wanted to.
We do what we want, man. It's a free-form show, man. We do what we want.
Yeah, see? So why are you rushing us?
We need to cover the next segment, so...
Alright, what's the next segment, you mind?
Alright, no, I think the next match was the Riot Squad versus Natalia versus Bailey versus the mystery partner. The Riot Squad did their entrance.
Hold up.
Ruby Riott has her hair back to her NXT days.
Hold up, I gotta ask. So this was a 3-on-1-on-1 on mystery partner?
Nah, this was a 6-man tag.
Woman, but yeah. Well, you said
yeah.
Natalia versus Bailey versus mystery partner.
No, I said Natalia, and I said the Riot Squad versus Natalia, Bailey, and a mystery partner.
Well, you were saying versus. You botched.
Oh, sorry. Botchamania. Well, he's not... Well, no, WWE got him off the YouTube, so now it's just Botch Club.
So, who was the mystery partner?
Nikki Cross. And I got upset. I got upset. I mean, because on Raw, like, they like to focus on 2 women in the title picture, like they're doing right now. Because they don't really have a lot of time for all the girls there. I mean, look at Dana Brooke,
Ember Moon,
Mickie James, Ember Moon,
the beautiful Alicia Fox, who we could give 2 fucks left about.
Alicia Fox.
Who gives a fox?
Man. Right.
Nikki
But yeah,
Cross.
so that match happened, and right off the gate, Nikki Cross said, "Tag me in," and Bailey tagged her in. But the match was pretty okay. It was a pretty okay match.
Can I just say that Nikki Cross...
Great start for Nikki.
Yeah, Nikki had a good showing.
Yeah, a very good showing. Then Bailey won for the team with the elbow, the Macho Man elbow. Oh yeah.
You mean that move that Macho Man very rarely ever hit?
Man.
I'm not kidding.
But I think when she did the elbow, she hit Liv Morgan in the jaw.
It did look like it though, but if you go back and watch it again, she didn't.
Okay.
She hit her like in the upper chest though. She really did. Like you know Liv was hurting. She put that elbow right almost on that throat, man.
Well, that's what he's supposed to be.
No, man,
yeah.
that looked like that she really hurt. Because she hit her above the boobs, man. That's like hitting a dude in the balls. She really nailed Liv Morgan.
Who y'all talking about?
The elbow, man, Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan, man, her boobs are hurting, man. That bitch had that elbow plowed straight up into them damn things. Like,
no. You want to know who elbow hurt? The Insane Elbow.
Hey, Tori. No, you want to know
The
what
Insane Elbow hurts.
You want to know what hurts?
Mm-hmm.
You want to know what hurts, Imai?
No.
Go spend 5 minutes alone with Magic Pony.
Oh no, I'm good. Oh, I feel bad for everybody on the UK division when they feel Walter's chops. Oh, God.
Yes. By the way, Chris.
Oh.
Chris. Walter is going to bust people open just from the power of his chops.
Oh, I know.
I feel sorry for all of them.
I love Walter.
Jamie said titties. No, it's puppies.
And then while that match was going, we had people lining up to talk to Vince McMahon about seeing who's going to face Brock. They cut to Apollo Crews. Then they cut to, I think, Jinder Mahal. And then they cut to EC3.
Whoa. Who? Back it up. New wrestler?
Yeah, EC3.
No, before that. Who'd you say? Because I never heard of that guy.
Who, Apollo Crews?
No, after him.
Jinder Mahal?
Who?
Jinder Mahal?
No, wrong name. You forgot his last name. You're botching. It's Jinder My Balls.
Oh, yeah, Jinder My Balls. Whoops. Jinder My Balls.
There you go.
So
Thank you,
Jinder
Kerry.
My Balls. Then
You want Jinder to play with your balls?
No, that's his name. It's Jinder My Balls.
Yeah, you want
And
to
then
play
you
with
got-
your balls.
And then you got EC3. Didn't say anything. Was just looking and smiling.
Nope.
They better not bring back his old NXT gimmick, I swear. And then
Whoa, hey,
they
wait,
cut to-
wait. He had an NXT gimmick?
Yeah, he was Dave Bateman.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Derek
He
Bateman.
lost his Sandow
Man.
when he had his SmackDown debut.
Yeah. And then they cut to Heath Slater, and then Heath Slater, they asked Heath Slater, was he throwing his hat into facing Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble? Heath Slater said, heck no, I got kids.
Hey. I'm going to quote Brock Lesnar. I don't give a shit about your kids.
And then she went to Vince McMahon after the match, and she was trying to get an update, and then Vince McMahon was like, what's this about? Because she said Vince McMahon, and then just pointed at the microphone, and then Vince McMahon said, what's this about? That's all you gonna do? You want an update, do ya? No, I'm gonna just go to the ring.
Yeah, I'm just going to go out there. I like to be in front of the camera where you can get a good view of the glutes
Wait.
of steel.
Derek Bateman, yeah, that's his name.
I already said
Yeah,
that.
Derek Bateman.
Derek Master Bateman.
Man. So back from break, Vince McMahon's in the ring. He was about to announce, I think, somebody to face Brock at the Royal Rumble. And then all of a sudden, John Cena comes out.
I'm a jobber! Do! Lightning punch, man!
John Cena sucks.
His finisher's a lightning punch, which also sucks.
Right. And then John Cena was giving Vince McMahon a huge speech of who left. I thought they was gonna say Chris Jericho for a minute. I thought they was literally gonna say Chris Jericho name in that lineup.
You know who deserves a title shot? Chris Benoit! Wait, he's not even employed here.
No, Nancy Benoit deserves a title shot.
Daniel
No,
Benoit.
I thought they was gonna say, because John Cena was naming the people who left the WWE, who left Vince McMahon in WWE. I thought they was gonna say Chris Jericho's name in that lineup.
No, Chris Jericho hasn't left. He's still in talks with WWE to do some shows with them.
Well, yeah, but still, Vince was kind of hurt about him signing.
Yeah,
with
he's a little
WWE.
salty about that. Yeah, he's a little salty about that.
Man. But yeah, John Cena then all of a sudden he said ruthless aggression. Then out comes the Scottish psychopath, Drew McIntyre.
Well, man, why Jericho when he's involved with AEW? Well, he's trying to get a relationship going on with WWE. What it is they're trying to get not properties. God, help me out here.
Cross promotion.
Well, they're different organizations, different wrestling organizations like TNA.
Yeah.
TNA does. and they're trying to get something going. I mean, AEW wants something going with New Japan. They want something going with Ring of Honor. They want something going with WWE. But as we all know, Vince will not do anything outside of WWE. I mean, New Japan Pro Wrestling wanted it so bad to be partners with WWE, and Vince just flat refused it. Now, when Vince retires and Triple H does take full reign of WWE with Stephanie McMahon, we might see something different there.
Unless the supposed duo of Shane McMahon and Kevin Dunn take over.
Yeah, because Shane McMahon got most of the shares, especially Triple H's and Stephanie's share when they sold it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, Mitt Big Dick Johnson.
Did somebody leave?
Double checking Chris. Oh, he left. I gotta call him back. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Clarkson is having technical issues.
Oh, he's back.
Yep, I got him back.
Yeah, I'm back.
All right,
let's continue, Imai.
All right, so Drew McIntyre came out there staking his claim. Baron Corbin came out there staking his claim, claiming he should be Universal Champion. After all the shows he put on for y'all, he should be Universal Champion. Everybody started booing him. Then out came Finn Balor to a medium pop. And then he told Vince right in his face, "You never believed in me." Which is true.
Yeah.
And he said, I know I won't change your opinion, so how about I just show you?" And then he busted Corbin in the mouth. Only seconds to get Claymore kicked from Drew McIntyre. I swear that Claymore kick is like the best thing in WWE right now.
Oh, yeah.
And then he laid John Cena out with a Claymore kick.
That's the best part of the whole time there.
You know what would have been better, though? Line Roman Reigns and Hulk Hogan up with them.
Oh, man. And I guess we have the Fatal 4-Way now between Balor, Corbin, Cena, and McIntyre. That's the main event set for tonight.
I have to pick. I have to say I'm McIntyred of John Cena.
Alright, then we go to commercial. We come back from commercial. Vince McMahon is walking down the hallway, and Jinder My Balls showed up, and he said, Vince, he started botching his name. He said, "Mr. McMahon, it will be my honor. How come I wasn't put in the Fatal 4-Way to battle Brock Lesnar? I was WWE champion. I was United States champion." And he's like, "All I need is a shot." And Vince McMahon said, "You pick any one of those men that's in the Fatal 4-Way to battle, and you take their spot." And he chose Finn Balor. Vince McMahon said, "Good luck."
They should have picked Baron Corbin.
Well, you think he would have beat Baron Corbin?
Yeah, I think he could have beat Baron Corbin.
I mean, yeah, so now we got that match. And while Finn Balor was doing his entrance, the Singh brothers distracted Balor, and Jinder My Balls messed up, threw Finn Balor over the top rope and messed up his ribs. The referee had to check and see if Finn Balor was ready to go before he rung the bell to start the match. Jinder Mahal was like, "Ring the bell! Ring the bell!" And Finn Balor was over in the corner taking off his jacket. And he finally said, "Ring the bell." And Finn Balor still won the match with the coup de grace.
So does that mean Jinder My Balls is on the same wavelength as Jordan Devlin?
Hey, that was a good match, though.
Yeah, well, I didn't really think Jinder My Balls put on that good of a match.
I'm not talking about that match. I'm talking about the teacher versus the student at UK Takeover Blackpool.
It was okay. It wasn't. It was. I mean, you really couldn't follow up Gibson and Drake versus Trent Seven.
Yeah. You couldn't follow that up.
I mean, Tony Storm and Rhea Ripley is where they really picked back up, because Dave Mastiff and Eddie Dennis really could not deliver like the tag match, man. You just couldn't. Disagree, Chris?
No, I agree.
It's not constipated Corbin. He's not constipated anymore. It's loose stool Corbin now.
You can't change the W to an S.
I can do whatever the fuck I want. All right, Jamie, take care, man. Thanks for stopping in.
And now, we have the triple threat for the Intercontinental Championship. We have Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins versus the Almighty.
Call him his name. Bane Ambrose.
Bane Ambrose and the Almighty Bobby Trashley.
Hey, you better put some respect on that man. He's letting that little kid follow him around.
Hold up. Whose kid is this?
Where's CPS when you need him?
That was your kid, Mike.
No, man.
Leo Rush is my age.
Dude, if that was his kid, she'd have blonde hair because he would be Imai and Mr. Herbert's kid.
No. Leo Rush is my age, which is surprising.
How old are you?
I'm 23. Leo Rush is 23.
Oh, man, you all young pups.
Yep.
I'm 20 years older than you. I'm old enough to be your dad.
No, don't let this man, Imai, don't let this
call
man...
me daddy.
Imai, don't let this man lie to you, Imai. He's like 73. Grandpa over here.
Alright, so we enter the match.
Danny calls me old man, so...
He calls James old man. Well, then again, James is
old.
James is known as AARP now.
He's old enough to get AARP. Anyway, go ahead, Imai.
Yeah, so we going through the match. They all hitting their spots. Seth Rollins went for the stomp. I think he was about to go for the stomp. This was the finish of the match. He was about to go for the stomp, and Leo Rush appeared on the ropes and held the ropes so Seth Rollins can go over, and Bobby Lashley hit his spear, and 1, 2, 3. We have a new Intercontinental Champion.
Bobby,
which, by the way,
Trashley.
The Almighty Bobby Trashley.
It's not the Almighty.
This is the first good thing that they have done with Bobby Lashley since he has returned to WWE.
Well, it was just a matter of time before he won a belt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean he is Bobby Blackberg after all.
Yeah, because to get Bobby Lashley to come into WWE promised him a match with Brock Lesnar, which I don't know when that is going to happen, because Brock Lesnar is supposed to be going back.
They just didn't say when.
Yeah, because Brock Lesnar is supposed to be going back to the UFC, but he has yet to be paid that $250,000 fine. He hasn't paid that yet.
Oh, well, you better start paying if he wants to go back to UFC.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, he makes double that on one appearance like every 4 months.
I heard that Brock Lesnar signed another 3-year contract with WWE.
Really?
Yeah. I have to get that story again. I forgot where I saw that.
right. No, all right.
Depending on where it's
get the
from, I'm
title
gonna
off him,
let
and we'll
your
be
ass
good.
have it for taking out rumors or speculation. If it's from Dave Meltzer, I'm really gonna let you have it.
Hi, Uncle Dave.
Your old ass just needs to quit reporting news, Dave Meltzer.
So, if it's from Uncle Dave, then I will not be believing that Kenny Omega rumor that he put out. That Kenny Omega apparently turned down the WWE contract, and it was from Uncle Dave, so I ain't believing nothing until Kenny Omega says it for himself.
We won't know anything till February 1st.
You're right, because he's still signed on till the 31st. But who knows? He might, New Japan might really want to keep him, so they might offer him something.
Yeah, here it is. Let me see here.
The motherfucking monster smokes crack? I don't know. Probably.
All the time.
Hey, man, I don't need to know that you get it where you get it from the People's Drugstore, man, okay?
Oh, you're just mad because I ain't giving you a discount.
What do you mean what do you mean a discount? You have to go on the dark web for that shit. I do not promote going to the dark web. You're an idiot if you try that shit. I was thinking about it. What? I can buy a good Desert Eagle for like $300.
It just says Brock Lesnar signed a new deal with WWE, but I can't find it where it's just 3 years.
What's the source?
Bloody Elbow, Sports24, BJPan.com, Sportskeeda.
Oh, those all sound legit. I'm fine with that. Just do not have him still holding the Universal Championship.
Well, you got to understand too. I mean, back in the day, help me find what the hell is his name?
Meltzer?
No.
Trashley?
Not trash.
Bruno Sammartino. That's it.
Oh, yeah.
Bruno Sammartino held it for over 5,000 days, the WWE title.
5,000 days?
Yeah, and he wrestled just as much as Brock Lesnar's wrestling. Just as much as Brock Lesnar is wrestling. You know, maybe 3 to 4 times a year. So, you know, it's just these marks right now, they're all, you know, they're used to having a title being wrestled every month. They're not used to you being spread out. So it makes it more unique if you don't see the title except maybe once or twice or 3 times a year.
Right. Instead, they're just like, oh, well, when are they going to get the title off of Brock? Like,
Chris, I have something for you to watch.
What?
It says it all about Brock Lesnar. How about those skinny legs, though, Chris?
All right, so what's next?
The next thing after that was the main event, which was Finn Balor versus John Cena versus Drew Galloway versus Baron Corbin. Finn Balor.
Now, before you get started, how many of you were going to be upset if John Cena won?
I really wasn't, because they are still lobbying for John Cena to tie Ric Flair.
Yeah, I don't want that. No, he's already tied Ric Flair. He's a 16-time world champion.
They want him to beat Ric Flair's record.
That's what the rumor is. We really don't know. I mean, he's tied with Ric Flair right now, so. And if you want to get technical, Ric Flair's a 26-time champion.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go, Chris. Check that out after the show.
And if you want to get even more technical, Jerry Lawler's a 35-time world champion.
Which, speaking of Jerry Lawler, he signed a new 2-year contract with WWE and will be calling the Royal Rumble.
Yes.
Boo, crap.
All right, so go ahead, Ivan.
Yeah, so Drew McIntyre was about to go for the Claymore kick, but it got thrown out the ring. John Cena laid out. Finn Balor hits the coup de grace on John Cena. 1, 2, 3. The crowd goes wild. Finn Balor finally gets his match with Brock Lesnar. Now, my question is, are we going to see the Demon Finn Balor versus Brock, or are we going to see regular Finn Balor versus Brock? Because if it's the Demon versus the Beast, then the Demon is probably going to come out on top, because Demon Finn Balor is undefeated.
Yeah.
Which means they'll probably have him lose because Vince hates undefeated streaks.
Well, that is true. And then after the match, John Cena put over Finn Balor huge. And that was Raw.
Yeah.
Yay! Go Monday nights for being Monday.
People still asking when Roman Reigns gonna come back. Given Roman Reigns' situation,
Yeah, he's gonna be about 2 or 3
really...
years. Yeah, he's gonna be gone for about 2 or 3 years because of leukemia. It takes a long time to fight leukemia if you can actually win it. If you actually compete it, you'll expect to come back in 2 or 3 years.
Right.
Our shock.
But he'll get a big. When he does come back, he'll get a huge pop.
Yep, a very one. Yeah. Shoot.
You got to cheer for top guy.
Speaking of top guys, shoot. I think the Revival might be on their way out of WWE come WrestleMania when April come.
Yeah, AEW bound.
Because they already started following AEW on Twitter.
Yeah, AEW bound. That's what I'm thinking. I mean, WWE did them wrong. They're doing them wrong.
Yeah, not even gonna lie. They was on top in NXT.
Yeah.
But
that's what happens when you have one person running the company and you move into another person with another company that doesn't know how to run the company anymore.
Right.
I mean, Vince only takes a limited amount of advice, but it's always been Vince's way.
Or the highway.
Yep.
Hey, Chris, do you live in St. Louis or Jefferson City?
No, I live in Springfield.
Oh, I forgot to ask y'all this. How did y'all feel about WWE finally revealing the women's tag team titles? How did y'all feel, and what are y'all thoughts about that?
I like the old women's tag team titles better.
I mean, a whole lot of people on Twitter was saying they look better than the actual men titles. And now we have a 3-way. We have our first Elimination Chamber match announced. 3 women teams from Raw, 3 women teams from SmackDown will battle in the Elimination Chamber, with the winners being crowned the first ever WWE Women Tag Team Champions.
Yep.
So if it's looking right, we might have like 3 Elimination Chamber matches. Well, actually 2, because you got the Raw Women's, you got the WWE Women's Tag Team, and then you got the WWE Championship Elimination Chamber.
Yeah. So, we'll have to find out. Who do you think? Who do you got? I mean, who would you pick right now to be the new women's tag team champion?
Sasha and Bayley.
If I had to, that's one team.
Who?
You going for winners or are you going for the whole lineup?
No. Just who do you got? Who do you got to win the women's tag team right now? Obviously, we don't know who's going to be in it.
Yeah, but Sasha and Bayley because the women tag titles was supposed to have been revealed at SummerSlam, and then that's when Sasha and Bayley's feud would have culminated with them winning the tag titles.
Yeah. So, I think it's gonna be the Iconics.
Iconics.
What about Trish and Lita?
Oh yeah, Team Bestie.
Yeah, it's just they're too old. They're too old.
No, with Trish, it's with Trish, it's Team Breasty.
Yeah.
All right, well, we done with this show? Because I got to get off. My phone's about to die.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, we're done.
We're getting to final
thoughts.
All
right, well.
Chris, what's your final thoughts?
Huh?
What's your final thoughts, old man?
You still suck. You like gender playing with your balls.
No, he just gender my balls. I mean, that's just his name. Man.
Yeah, that's the thing. You like gender playing with your balls. We learned that today.
That's just his name, man. You take it how you want to. Just like you love hearing Elias sing songs.
Oh, God.
Walk with Elias, Chris.
No, ain't never happy.
Okay, fine. Walk with Herbert the Pervert.
So, anyway, that's my final thought. That we learned that Donovan Lex's balls played with by Ginger.
Right.
And suddenly the motherfucking monster's getting a bow tie.
Ladies and gentlemen, next week it'll be me and my doing the show and everything like that. Nothing wrong with Donovan. You want to make sure we're still rusty, but I ain't rusty. I know how to do my shows. So it'll be me and my and everything like that. I wanted to test it out, test the waters of the my. I like what I heard. I'm glad Donovan pushed me towards it. And we'll see you next Monday on that one.
Donovan.
All right.
Donovan always fucking makes sure that these shows are tip top. And when they aren't, folks hear about it a lot.
Right.
Imai, what's your final thoughts besides you need to get off of here so you can go talk to Herbert?
Funny. Raw is good. Raw was good. Wrestling is good. Stay good, you dummies.
Let me talk to you. Yeah, my final thoughts are, you're all a bunch of dummies. Yeah, you're a dummy, she's a dummy, he's a dummy. All of you are dummies, yeah.
All right.
We'll
talk to you next Monday, guys.
No, but seriously,
all
Chris, my final thoughts are, stay golden. Don't listen to this big lug over here. The show will be great. Raw hopefully keeps this pace up instead of kind of the downslide we had pre and post the holidays. And most of all, just keep it going, whatever you got. Let's see what SmackDown has tomorrow, NXT, whatever else we get, 205, it's going to be lit. Other than that, we'll see you all later.
All right, bye.